Kia ora and welcome to Astro Musical Interventions, Episode 10. My name is Kāren Hunter, sometimes Karena, and I'm presently based in Tamaki Makaurau, on the western side of Auckland City, in Aotearoa. I'm in Te Atatu, which translates to mean the rising of morning, due to our incredible view of the early morning sunrise over the Waitemata Harbour and the silhouette of the city. I'm a musician and consulting astrologer, and this podcast is dedicated to offering expansive openings for the heart and mind through the lens of astrology. And this episode is entitled Mars in Scorpio, Hot Water in a Steaming Cauldron. Mars represents our instincts and our vigour. Its colour is blood red, and it is associated with the metal iron. Mars is traditionally a malefic planet, which means it brings us a variety of significations that can express through difficulty and challenge. This isn't the only facet of Mars. There are positive expressions, but the archetype needs to be treated with respect and awareness first, as you would a sharp knife or a chainsaw. And once you've given it your full attention, you can start to see the perfection of those powerful, clean cuts. Mars is like rock music, channeled aggression that has been shaped within set parameters. Using musical terminology, these parameters refer to dynamics, volume, tone, changes and feelings of excitement, surprise and release, tension and release. In our experience, this is release from the shackles of whatever has come before. In ancient Rome, people watched gladiators in a coliseum, whereas today we are likely to watch sport on the TV, or many people enjoy violent, suspense-filled horror movies. These are the ways we can get in touch with our Mars energy by proxy. We sing, we shout in appreciation, we raise our voices in protest. We use Mars energy to take action, to change things for the better. Mars is the energy that floods into our systems through our adrenals, permitting superhuman feats of strength and courage. Mars is complicated. our drive, our libido, our get up and go, our lust, short bursts of high potency. Where Mars falls in our chart and the aspects it makes with other planets or other points like the AC, MC, IC, DC, tells us a lot about how we operate in the world and our relationship style, how people see us, how effective we are. Mars is the ruler of the signs Aries and Scorpio, where it has just ingressed 6 days ago. In Aries, Mars is a fresh start, an innocent beginning, the face of a new idea and a call to action, a clean fire burning through old bush and making way for new growth. Mars in Aries is the erection that in Scorpio becomes penetration. Mars in Scorpio is depth, intimacy, and intensity. In Scorpio, the Martian bushfire has died down, but the embers remain. A slow burn of such heat that sand becomes glass and metal melts into liquid. A pool of bubbling lava deep in the earth that can annihilate houses of straw, sticks, and bricks. No witch's huff and puff can meet the force of a Scorpio Mars. Obsessive and primal passion. This is the serpent hiding in the bushes. This is the panther you are unaware of until you feel claws and see the glint of razor-sharpened canines in the shadows. Mars entered Scorpio on September 23rd, just after a solar eclipse, and it will travel here for 6 weeks until November the 5th. And this ingress activates a house or area of your birth chart, particularly if you already carry a strong Mars signature in this place. For example, if Mars rules your sun, if you are Aries or Scorpio sun, or your rising sign, or if Mars is conjunct a point or personal planet, somehow emphasized in your personal chart. This may bring a brooding quality or growing internal reflection, not as reactive externally or combative as the Mars in Aries archetype, but powerful in its hidden quality. The kind of power that can take your breath away if you stumble or misstep. We will move carefully to match this energy with wisdom. We will pause to assess situations before we take action. We will be decisive and effective. We will channel our passion into profound changes that the world is crying out for, that we as individuals and couples, families, countries, continents, that we are crying out for. We each have Mars acting on the scorpionic area of our chart, and Scorpio is connected to our reproductive organs and sexuality. These are parts of the body that are sensitive, extremely vulnerable. The totem creature, the scorpion, protects its delicate internal goop with a hard exoskeleton. As humans, our protection takes the form of social controls and behaviors, clothing, morality, stigma, shame, fear, and perception of what is appropriate in various settings. These social controls are held in place in the West by internalized repression or self-judgment we have learned from our parents, grandparents, siblings, extended family, school teachers, playmates, all the while reinforced in movies, programs, and books. Some of my earliest memories of both of my grandmothers are them commenting on my own bodily freedom as a young child in a way that was ultimately intended to curtail it. I have too passed this on to young girls in my own care, feeling it was for their safety that I drew their attention. In the West, we perpetuate the conditioning of little girls to wear skirts and dresses to play and to school, while simultaneously chiding them to hide their legs and crotch areas during play. This is how we insidiously continue to inhibit freedom, encode transgressions of decency, continue cycles of feminine shame. Eventually, our scorpionic desire to initiate physical and also emotional intimacy is tightly constrained and prohibited. We experience intimacy when we let down our guard, lay down our weapons, our defenses, and meet another as equals, eye to eye, with softness and compassion. Intimacy creates lasting bonds between families, communities, groups of friends, bands, and colleagues. Intimacy is not an analogy for sex. Joyful intimacy is acceptable and natural, be it reproductive, connective, communicative, or in any other way you can imagine. And Mars is traveling through the part of your chart where intimacy is possible and where transgression is possible. Mars is a fireball, a force in our drive, a trigger, an instigator, the flick of the match, the fire starter. Mars will bring you alive as he tracks through this Scorpio domicile in your charts. His energy runs quick, clean, and clear here. If confrontation needs to happen, let it be that of the surgeon in theatre, calm, succinct, deliberate, and giving the best chance for survival. Thank you for listening. I hope there was something here for you. If you'd like an astrology reading with me, you can find me through the link on the show notes through KārenHunter.com. I offer astrology readings, music lessons, sound journeys, and this week my astrology study group for October will start and run on Wednesday nights for the 5 weeks of October. It's possible to enroll for all or some of these sessions. My soundscape today was recorded at Whakanefa Bush on Waiheke Islands, and the singing bowls were played by Brooke Haley. I wish you well. I wish you blessings. And I look forward to reaping the energetic joy of our Mars traversing Scorpio.